Hello everybody, Steve Mills here. Welcome to this video. So this video is part of my weekly Q&A. It's actually not quite part of it, but it is based around it. I've just completed my Q&A and I was asked a load of questions, and I've just selected 4 of them that I thought were arguably the most powerful questions I was asked. And I thought I'd answer them on a video. And why am I doing that? Well, it's part of my 29-year project, as it were, to try to help small businesses to become more successful. It's been a constant passion of mine that, you hear stats like 80% of small businesses go bust within the first 5 years. And a full 90% of the 20% that are left cease training by year 10. And do you know what? That is such a terrible thing. And so I set out many years ago, not only to, make money myself and be successful, but in a way, more importantly, to try to help other people to do the same. And often the problem that people face is what Michael Gerber, the author of The E-Myth, calls operational expertise. In other words, they're experts operationally at what they do, but they're not experts at selling and marketing what they do, and they're not experts at managing the money, the financial side of the business. So as Gerber explains, a garage mechanic opens their own garage and they're really good at repairing cars, and they go to work doing that all day, every day. But at some point they wake up and realize that actually, do you know what? They're not making any money because they've not managed the financial side of their business effectively, or they've not got any sales or enough sales because they're not managing and marketing their business effectively. And that applies whether you're a garage mechanic, a landscape gardener, a coach, a consultant, a HR specialist, a whatever it is you do. It's operational expertise. It's the stuff that you and I love to do that's actually costing us our business. And that's why I got in business. That's why I'm doing these weekly Q&As. And I'd like, if I may, just to go through a couple of the questions. I've actually got 4 questions written down here that I've just been asked, and I wanted to re-record these onto a video so they can help even more people. So the first question I was asked was this. I was told that somebody had just redesigned their website. This person on the Q&A had just had a website redesigned back in June. It looked great, and he actually showed me the website, and it did look good. But he said it's not working. From a point of view of he's won 0 business from it. So back in June, it's now coming up to November, no business. Why is that, Steve? Was the question he asked. And whilst, it's difficult to, absolutely nail, well, it's because of this, because I've just reviewed it and I've looked at the analytics and so on and so forth. So there potentially are a few reasons, but the chances are, and the reasons that I told him, come probably down to 2 things. One is traffic or lack thereof, and the other is conversion. Again, lack thereof. So what do I mean? I mean that he's probably not getting enough people to visit his website. So that's area 1. Now, the first thing he didn't know is he didn't ever go and have a look at Google Analytics to see how many people are actually coming to his website and where they're coming from. He hadn't done anything really to drive traffic to his website, which again is another big mistake. And so that's mistake 1. Let me just tell you about how to cure that to start with. So firstly, you can use social media. Second, you can drive traffic from email marketing by including links to your website where people can go and look at other things. You could use YouTube and produce videos like this one, where, in my background there, you can just about see I've got a link to my results mastery website. You might tell people about, I might say, if you want to know more from me, go to results-mastery.com. Go there and download a free report or sign up to a free webinar. I could say things like that on my video. I could do SEO, search engine optimization. If you were looking for somebody who does what you do, the chances are you'd probably go to Google. And if you didn't know anybody, certainly, and try and find somebody on Google. So you could do that. And lastly, but by no means least, if you want a quick win, you can pay using paid traffic on Google, on Bing, on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, on virtually every single social media and search engine in the world. You could go and pay for traffic. Okay, so that's number one. Number two then is not traffic, but conversion. So actually, this needs to be the other way around. If you think about it, you don't want to pay and put a load of effort to get people to a website that doesn't convert. You with me? So particularly the paid side of it. So what are you going to do to improve the conversion of this page? Well, you could offer something free. You could improve the headline. You could improve the subheads. You could improve the words on the page. You could add or change the pictures on the page. You could, what else could you do? You could use video. You could use video testimonials. You could use normal testimonials. All those things could make a difference. But one of the big ones that I often see missing is what I call a CTA, a call to action. What is it you want people to do? Often there's a load of words that are like quite hard reading, and you go right down to the bottom and it says something like, if you want to book a meeting with us, go here. Right, which is okay. It's better than nothing, but could you have a call to action near the top? Could you offer something for free? Could you send people to a video that might tell them more? Perhaps that video is hosted on a different page or on YouTube. Could you offer a webinar where people can come and listen to you, and then perhaps they'd be more likely to buy from you, and so on and so forth. So that's question one. Question two. How can I create more leads? Well, again, that could take me a day to answer, but I'm going to give you the short answer. The short answer is do more. Just increase. One of the biggest problems that people have, and the biggest reason why marketing doesn't work, it either doesn't get done or it doesn't get done in significant enough amounts. It's like going to the gym and me going, right, okay, well, I'm going to do 10 curls once a week, and let's see how my fitness improves. It ain't really going to happen. I've got to get down that gym every day and spend an hour there. And so it is true in marketing. Now, the second way, obviously, is to do it better. Go and get a coach, maybe, suggesting me, but somebody with a load of experience, and I've got 29 years of it, to help you to improve your marketing, so that would be number two. Number three, what's the number one thing you would do if you were starting again? That was a question I was asked. Well, I suppose, again, the number one thing is I'd make sure that I've got a good understanding of the basics of marketing. Because if you haven't, and you just go into business and get busy and start working, then you wonder why it's not working, it's probably because you're not managing to sell enough. The number one reason most businesses go bust is lack of sales. If you've got enough sales, you can solve your finance problem. You go and pay somebody to do it. If you've got enough sales, you can solve your HR problem. If you've got enough sales, you can follow your sort your people problem out. You got enough sales, you can do whatever you want with the money that you've got to solve the problems that you or the other problems that you have in your business. So that would be it really. Become better at selling and marketing what you do. As far as marketing yourself, I suppose the first thing I'd do there is to look at, what I call your low-hanging fruit. You're starting your day one. Make a list of everybody that you know. People that you know, people that you used to know, people that know that you know, people you network with, people you're connected to on LinkedIn, and so on and so forth. Perhaps past customers that you used to work with that in your former job. I don't really know who you know, but I reckon you could probably pull together a list of 200 or 300 people and then pick up the phone and talk to them. Tell them what you're doing. Send them half a dozen of your business cards. Pick that low-hanging fruit before you start, investing in significant amounts of time, money, and effort in other things. And then the last one I was asked was, how can I win more business? Which sort of links to how can I create more leads? But I'm going to talk to you about Gerber again. Michael Gerber says that there are three ways of growing a business. One is to get more customers. Two is to increase the average transaction value, the average amount of money each customer spends each time they buy from you. And three is to increase the average unit of sale. In other words, the average amount of money each customer spends each time they buy. So if that's the case, and I believe it is, then the question has to be, what do you need to do under those three elements in order to try to grow your business? If you think about this from a supermarket metaphor, we need to think about what are we going to do to get more people in the door, get that traffic in there. What are we going to do to get them to fill their baskets with more expensive goods or with more goods? And what are we going to do, number three, to get them to come back to our supermarket again and again and again and again? Now, let me ask you a question. Which one do you think is the most difficult to do? I'm hoping you're saying it's getting new customers, because it is. Getting somebody to buy for the first time is by far the most difficult, the most expensive, the most time consuming, and so on and so forth. And yet most people focus more of their time, money, and marketing effort on trying to get new customers without ever really mining that pot of gold that is sitting there right now, just asking for you to ask for it. It's just there. And yet, I work with and see businesses who don't ever educate their clients to understand the full range of products and services that they offer. I can give you so many examples where people pigeonhole you into thinking, you're the guys that do this. And actually you do this, that, and the other. And they don't ever know that you do that. So it's really important to make sure that you're basically keeping in touch with your current customers, letting them know the full range of products and services that you offer, and providing additional value to those customers on an ongoing basis. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love it if you want to come along to my Q&A. And my Q&A, by the way, is part of my new Results Mastery app. I've developed this new app. It's available. You can join for free. It's at the moment, it's only on Apple. I'm getting the Android thing sorted out. So as soon as I've done that, I'll certainly let you know. But for now, it's on Apple. So go and download it. You can sign up. That gives you access to the Q&A, or just come along to the Q&A whenever you would like. But I strongly recommend joining or signing up for the app as well. So that's about it. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you again on my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Connect to me on LinkedIn. Connect to me on Facebook. Why don't you come along to one of my webinars, which I hold on various Wednesdays of the month? Go to my website and find out when the next one is, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thanks for listening.